Photojournalist Mike Warner, can you hear me right now? All right, I think we're having some problems hearing Mike Warner. Again, you are looking at a map of the area where Reynolds High School is. This is in the Troutdale area. As I've reported, plenty of police activity in that area. Mike Warner, can you hear me right now? I want to go ahead and we're still having trouble communicating with Mike. Mike, can you hear me right now? Are you there?
Can you hear me?
There, I hear you right now, Mike. Tell me exactly what you see and what's happening.
I'm on the east side of the school. I'm on the east side of the high school. Light flight just landed here. I'm looking at about 6 or 7 police officers with their guns drawn, standing at strategic locations around the school. There's several people out here on the sidewalk who have told me, a couple of them like students that told me that people told them, don't go near the school, don't go near the school. On the other side of the school, from across the play fields, I can see students leaving the school. They're not running away, but they're quickly leaving the school. Looks like from the other side. But there are a lot of police officers, more than I've ever seen, surrounding this whole school. A lot of emergency vehicles. Looks like a SWAT team. We have life flight landed almost right by the baseball field.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen any victims come out yet. Like I said, there are a lot of police officers that are surrounding the building with their guns drawn. And that's all I can see right now. We don't really know what's going on. We just got here. I should be able to give you a live picture here within a few minutes.
In a few minutes there. Mike, I know you raced out there with one of our reporters as well. What have you guys been able to talk to anybody on the scene? What are they saying about what's been happening?
Have it just as I walked up. All they said, actually, I'm looking right now. I'm seeing I'm sorry to change subjects on you here real quick. I'm looking at a bunch of kids leaving the school. They have their hands over their heads.
Okay.
Like as if they're being taken out. I'm getting shots of that right now with the camera as we speak.
Let me try to have you set up your live shot as quickly as possible, Mike.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and get off the... oh, there we go. There are live pictures right there of what's happening at Reynolds High School. As Mike Warner just explained to us, these are kids leaving the school with their hands in the air. Plenty of people on Twitter reporting that there has been some sort of a shooting, shots fired, an active shooter situation, none of this being confirmed to us right now by police. But if you check your Twitter feed right now, you will see many, many references to what's happening. Mike Warner is behind the camera right now. He sees more students right there being led out of there with their hands up. We talked to one student earlier this morning. She was outside of the school. She had not seen any of these students coming out just yet. But she had been reporting that she had been seeing plenty of police officers and ambulances. And Mike, you did say you saw life flight land?
Yeah, in fact, I'll show it to you, since you have my camera shot up here. Right there, we watched them land. Basically, that's how I kind of had to find my way around the police roadblocks to get to the school. I watched them land here. No victims have been taken out yet, so I need to stress that. I have not seen any victims. We have heard that there may be some. But that's all just, that's just what we're hearing. Nothing has been confirmed yet. There is a huge police presence. While we were driving down the freeway, we were probably passed by 20 police officers on motorcycles and cars, fire engine, ambulances. Everybody was heading this way. It was something like I've never seen before. So it's a huge police presence. Don't know exactly what's going on. There's still... I'm going to pan the camera over here. We're getting a ton of kids coming out of the school. Most of them have their hands up. I believe they're being told to have their hands up. They're coming out of what appears to be south side of Reynolds High School, as you can see right there. I'm trying to zoom in for you. It's a pretty incredible scene here, Lincoln.
All right, Michael, so I just want to confirm with you one more time. You saw life flight land, but you have not seen anybody taken to the chopper. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. They did land. They shut down, so they're sitting on scene, not running their blades or anything, so they're sitting on scene, but no victims have come to that chopper. I have not seen anybody that has looked injured or appeared to be hurt in any way come out of that building as of yet. But look, you're looking at, I'm guessing, at a couple of hundred kids coming out of this school building right now with their hands up, as you can probably see on the camera here.
And it seems like they're coming out from all different sides of the school, because you've been panning back and forth, and they're coming out from all different angles, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm seeing them come out from the south side mostly. We saw a little bit come out from the north side, but you're looking at the south side of the school. They're going across the football field, the soccer field, Okay, now, yeah, I'm here with recorder Joe Douglas, and he's telling me there's a robot that they're sending in right now. So I'm going to pan over here, and so it's kind of hard to hear. Stand by. Stay with me. We're going to go over here, right there. That's typically what they do to send in to see if, usually when there's an armed person inside or there may be a device of some kind, they'll send in this robot to, not have a real live person go in there at risk. So they are bringing a robot into the scene right there. Still more kids coming out. There are more kids I'm now seeing from the north side of the building coming out the main entrance here. Reynolds High School. We're in Troutdale. It's right off exit 257 off Highway 84, maybe about a mile south of Highway 84 there.
So, Mike, as you were heading to the scene, did you see any police going sort of along the way with you? Did you see more arriving as you got there?
Oh, no, they were with us. We all had to pull over. They were in the fast lane, probably going 80, 90 miles an hour, rushing to the scene. We pulled over to the right several times to let the police officers by. Like I said before, they were coming on motorcycles and cars. I'm seeing some kids. I apologize for the frantic camera moves here, but they appear to be running out of the south side of the school here, if I can find it. I've seen several kids running. They are coming out with their hands up. I'm guessing they're being told to have their hands up, which is typical, as we've seen before in these situations. Still have not seen any type of injuries or anything indicating there are any injuries other than the massive police presence and the traffic we've been hearing on scanner stuff, which cannot be confirmed, so we don't know whether that's true or just what people have heard. But you can see these high school kids coming out with their hands up, and they're all going across the soccer and playing fields to the other side where it appears to be staging over there on the other side. I see a huge group of kids just kind of standing around over there.
Standing there. Photojournalist Mike Warner on the scene for us. I want to recap with everyone that there has been reports of some sort of a shooting at Reynolds High School from many different sources. As we are looking at Twitter, we're still waiting for confirmation from police on what has exactly happened there. I want to transfer over to my colleague right now, Natalie Marmie, and she is in the K2 studios to take it from right here. But again, we're going to stay on top of this. Natalie, can you hear me?
I can, Lincoln. Thank you very much. And Mike Warner, you're still with us as well?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Thank you, sir. For folks just turning on their television, can you let us know when you first saw those police officers flying by you on I-84 and when this all started as far as your accounts with the dispatch and everything?
It was right around, we first got indication that something was going on probably about 8:15 or so. I grabbed Joe Douglas, who's kind of working the scene around here somewhere, but we came out here immediately, jumped in the car and rushed out here as fast as we could, legally. And as we were coming down 84, you can imagine it's rush hour, but going east isn't so bad. So it was pretty crowded, but you could see, as soon as we got on the freeway, numerous police cars going by us. Constantly coming by. Every 5 seconds there was a police car. I would have to count 30, 40 police cars at some point. And now we're being told possibly to move. I'm waiting for the police to come up here and tell me to get out of here.
And how long have you been watching these kids pour across the field there with their hands up?
Probably for the last 10 minutes.
Okay.
For the last 10 minutes. And I'm going to make a kind of a drastic move here. So just bear with me. Joey's on this one. We're going to kind of move across the street. We're being told to move across the street. So hang with me here real quick. And I'll stay on the phone with you as I move.
All right.
Kind of I know it's a fluid situation, but we're being told to move across the street by the police.
All right, Mike, well, we appreciate your coverage there. And if you can continue to listen as you're making your move, and I know you're getting into a safe location as well. You're very familiar with that area as you fly so often in Chopper 2. And perhaps from this map here, Google Map, we can show you. One report I'm seeing, parents are being asked to go to the Cherry Park Safeway for now. And again, that is expected to change, subject to change. Where is that to where you are? Again, for parents looking for information on where they should go at this point for information on their kids. Is that right around the corner, not too far from where you are, sir? All right, I am. Mike, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. No, I'm sorry. I had to put the phone down for a second.
Okay.
I can still see. I'm going to have to move a little bit so I can get you a better vantage point. But I'm sorry, what was the question, Natalie?
Where you are as far as the Cherry Park Safeway, one report I'm seeing, again, parents, I know you're very worried about your kids right now, wondering what to do. One report that is subject to change says go to Cherry Park Safeway for information. What's that in relation to where you are right now? How far away?
Cherry Park is about a block away from where I am right now. We were not able to access that road whatsoever. I'm guessing that the Cherry Park Safeway is to the west of where I am, so it's going to be probably 3 or 4 blocks. I'm on the other side of the school, I believe, from where that Safeway is. So.
And from your vantage point, Mike, could you see at all the buses there waiting to pick up the children who are walking across the field? What could you see where they were heading?
Right now, I did see some buses heading here. Right now, I don't see any buses on scene from my vantage point. I'm looking basically at the very front of the school. I do see probably 100 or so kids. I'm going to attempt to move the camera, get over there so I can show you. I kind of crossed the street in a bad spot, but I see about 100 kids on the other side of the playing field here. And if you give me a second, I'll move the camera over there. I got to put the phone down real quick. But I'll be right with you. Stand by.
Okay, and we know that Michael Convery's son also goes to this school. We do want to let you know that he has received a text from his son that he's fine. He can't do much more communication than that right now.
But he did say he was outside of the school as well, and they were being patted down as they were coming towards law enforcement officers. Joe Douglas, one of our reporters, are you on the phone? Can you hear us, Joe?
Okay, now I'm back with you there.
All right, Mike, we are here. So where were you able to move, and what can you now see?
I just moved about 50 feet down the sidewalk. I'm fairly close to where the helicopter is, and I'm going to go ahead and turn. I'm seeing more folks come out of the school. It doesn't, maybe this is good news, but it doesn't appear to be like they're running, although you do see on the bottom of your screen, it appears to be SWAT team going into the building right there. You see them. Now, generally, we don't like to give away police positions, but it's, they're outside the building going in, so I'm not really giving away anything other than the SWAT team is going in the building. But there are some people coming out with their hands up, on their head that don't appear to be running, which may or may not be a good sign, I suppose.
Mike, what have you seen or heard as far as Life Flight or any ambulances showing up at the school?
Life Flight right there.
Right.
That's Life Flight right there. They're just standing by. They're shut down. They're not running. I have not seen. I'm sorry. I do see about 3 or 4 ambulances. We're going to go ahead and pan over that way. Right there, they're kind of staged up with all the other emergency crews that have got on scene. I have yet to see one single person brought out of that was injured. So hopefully that's remains to be, the case.
And Mike,
but go ahead.
This has been going on for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes now, and it's a continuous stream of kids that we're seeing come out of the school, right?
It is. At this point, it appears, at least on the south side where I'm looking, it appears that they're done. I have not seen any come out. There's some more coming out this side here. You still with me?
Yes,
we're with you here.
We hear you.
Sorry. There's some more. I apologize. I'm getting all different phone calls and messages here, but more coming out the front, which is the front entrance to the school. You can see them coming out right there. On the back side, which is the south entrance, which we showed earlier, I haven't seen any people come out of that in quite some time. There are, like I said before, I showed you a little. I'm just going to keep the camera where it is as we watch these kids come out of the school. But I saw before, I showed you before, there's a couple hundred kids on the south side of all the playing field, the soccer field and the football field that are at this school. So there are a bunch of kids that are safely away from the school right now on the other side.
We're grateful to see them walking out. Mike, about 10 minutes ago, you noticed that robot looking as if it was preparing to go into the building. Is it out of your sight? Does it appear that it went inside?
It is out of my sight at the moment. It appears that they have either brought it in or brought it around to the front, which I don't have a vantage point. And just a couple of minutes, if you guys can give me a couple of minutes, I'll get reporter Joe Douglas is here with me. and been able to walk around a little bit more, he might have seen some other stuff. So I can get him on the microphone.
Perfect, Mike. Thank you. Great job. Thank you.
We should let everyone know, Chopper 2, we have it on the way to the scene. Hopefully